Test, test. There we go. We've got sound, music, voice. Can you guys hear in the back? Ooh, that feels loud. Yeah, good. That's true. I always wondered if we used smaller speakers and we didn't make it so loud, if everybody would have to come in. I often wonder about that. It feels so spread out. I guess that's okay. Take a moment as everyone around you settles. We're going to come into a seated position today. Simple cross legs, just a nice way to start. Good morning. Are we ready? So simple cross legs. Place your hands on your knees, and if it feels good, close your eyes. If it doesn't, then please just soften your lids. Maybe look slightly down to the floor in front of you. And as you hold on to your knees, I want you to start to rock forward and back. And as you rock forward and back, we're going to move through the spine. So you come forward and you kind of pull the chest through, and then you go back and you round. So as you go back, tuck your tailbone and tuck your chin. Let's break it down slow. Everybody go back. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. How far can you pull back? How much can you open the shoulder blades? Can you tuck that tailbone under and like sit into that lower spine? And then can you start to lift the chest, rock forward, keep pulling the chest through, stick the tailbone out and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Can you feel those opposite actions? And then as you go back, empty out your lungs. So when you come forward again, you can fill the lungs up. So we move and we breathe. It's just called cat-cow, but we're doing it seated instead of on our hands and knees. Don't be afraid of a big range of motion. Don't be afraid of like nice, beautiful, yummy stretch sensations in your body. And actually just paying attention to how it feels to move your spine, right? So breathing as you come forward and lift your head. Exhaling as you round and stretch through your back muscles. That's it. Now, come forward. Let's all come forward and inhale, and then kind of take it to the right. Stick your ribs out a little bit to the right. Now pull it back like you were doing before, kind of rounded, and then take your ribs over to the left side, and then circle them forward again. So you're making a big, giant circle with the rib cage. Forward, right, back, left. Yeah, we call those barrel rolls. Imagine that you were like kind of like brushing the inside of a barrel with your rib cage. Yep. And all of that feels like it's quite deliberate. So I'm going to give you a moment to start making that a little more organic, right? Just kind of swirling around and letting it be a little bit more of what your body wants to do rather than following instructions. And if you keep the eyes closed, you'll stay more sensitive to the sensations that make this actually feel good and work for you. Don't be afraid to let your head move. It's kind of nice. I always like my head to move the opposite way of my ribs. So I feel that swirling around. And we'll take one more circle around in this direction. And then slow it down and see if we can go the other way. So we're going to go forward and then left and then back and then right. Forward. Sometimes it's easier to slow it down and really make those deliberate movements so then you can turn them into something a little more fluid. We don't always have the same amount of coordination on both sides. The one thing that I ask is that you incorporate the breath. Just feel into your own body in this moment. That's it. So we'll just take one more circle around in this direction. Just make sure it feels good. And then as you come back to the center, let's just sit still for a moment. Yeah, welcome to your body. Happy Saturday. Yeah. So imagine if every day of the week you just figured out if you could take like 2 or 3 minutes and just move a little and breathe a little. And you could feel like this. All right, some of you, this is the only time that you do this, once a week, and that's amazing. But it doesn't have to be a blocked hour of your day. It can be a few minutes of moving and breathing every day to bring that vitality and that calmness and that presence back. Good morning. Let's take a deep breath and reach our arms high up to the sky. Good. And then exhale, bring the arms down. We'll do 2 more like that. Just breathe in, reach up. And then bring the arms down as you exhale. Try to time the movement and the breath. This is where we really get in sync. Arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, the arms come down. Good. Place your right hand on your left knee. Put the left hand behind you and take a little twist to the right side, the left side. I'm starting a little bit slow today. As you are starting to move through your body, I am actually re-regulating my own nervous system. I came from a memorial service this morning. I'm not 100% feeling myself. So bear with me. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and take it around to the other side. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Rotating through the spine, breathing deeply. Hold your head up high. Try to stay present and in your body. Yeah, thank you. Let's inhale and reach both arms high. This time we're going to put the hands at the front of the mat and kind of crawl out of that cross-leg position. Bring yourself to tabletop. Hands line up under the shoulders. Let's tuck the toes and float the knees. Yep, that's the way to get your attention right there. Hands squeeze in a little bit. Tuck the toes under so you feel the bottom of your big toe on the floor. Yeah, there you go. That's a tuck. And then the knees float. Lift the knees up off of the mat. That changes everything. Yep, knees off the ground. Yep, hands squeeze in, feet try to spread the mat apart, belly button to the spine. Yeah, it's getting good. Let's take 2 more breaths here. You can do anything for 2 breaths. Now we're going to lift our hips and move into downward facing dog. Just stretch back. Give a really good press out of the palm prints and stretch deeply into the back of the legs. I'm sure you're feeling some tension and some tightness back there. So let's bend the right knee. Stretch a little deeper into the left leg. Give it a chance. Maybe lean some weight into the left leg. Yep. And then switch to the other side. That's it. That's it. And then we'll press back with both heels and walk our hands back to our feet. Take your time. Lift and lengthen on the inhale. Come to a flat back. And then exhale, fold. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift halfway. Draw the chest forward. And then exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, look at the front of the mat and walk your hands out into a plank pose. There we go. Hold your plank pose. Let's go ahead and lower down nice and slow. Take it to the belly. And then gently move into your cobra. Keep the hips on the ground. We squeeze the upper back a little bit. Try not to come up too much. We don't want the shoulders up in the neck. We want to relax. The elbows are bent here. You could even do it with no hands. Everybody, lift your hands an inch off the floor and do a little test. Yeah, if you can hold it, then you know you're using your back. If your feet just come flying up behind you, it's because you squeezed your glutes. See if you can keep the hip bones pressed down, the top of the feet pressed down, and then lift the chest because your back is strong. Squeeze your elbows back a little more. Let's straighten the arms and reach behind us. See if we can lift a little more. Take 1 more breath. And then gently put the spine back down. Good. Hands are going to move under the shoulder, and we'll press back to child's pose for one breath. Just in case that cobra work was a little tough on the back, tuck the tailbone towards your heels, let your head rest for a moment, and then we'll come back into downward facing dog. Yeah, find your way into down dog. Let it feel a little familiar. Hands press firmly, hips rise. Take one more breath, push back, and then we'll walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Go ahead and walk your feet right up to the top. Bring them between your hands. With the feet together, let's lift halfway, and then fold deeply. With a flat back, rise all the way to standing. Lift your head and chest, start to reach the arms up, and then bring your hands right to heart center. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Allow this to be just an opportunity for presence. One thing I want you to notice is the angle of your pelvis. So if you're sticking your tailbone out a lot, see if you can draw the tailbone down. If it feels like the tailbone's kind of tucking under, like a scared dog, like let it. When I get by the tree, I can't use the mic. All right, push through both of your footprints and come all the way to standing. Let's reach really high and then hook our thumbs together. Take a little stretch over to the right. We'll go this way. That's good. Let that be. Sorry. Can't get rid of the sadness today. Sorry. Let's bring it up and over to the other side. Take it to the left. That's it. And let it feel nice and open in the right side body. And then return to the center. Let's release the arms down. And as they come down, let's take them behind the back and clasp our fingers together. Inhale, lift the chest. Let's bend the elbows and let the fingers come to rest on the sacrum. With the elbows bent, you might actually be able to access a little bit more of the chest opening and the shoulder blades squeezing. Let's stay like that, but lead from the heart and come into a forward fold. As your head comes down, let's squeeze the upper back one more time and then see if you can straighten your arms. The heads of the arms roll as the upper back contracts. And then please lengthen the head down. Clasp your hands together. Yeah, clasp the hands together there. There you go. And everything is a process. It's almost a disservice that we call these poses because they don't just stop in one place. They are ever evolving. It's not like strike a pose. With every breath, there is something, a nuance, a micro adjustment, the effects of gravity. Go ahead and bend your right knee and then stretch a little deeper to the left side. Bring your head over your left foot, even twist the chest open a little bit to the left side. Let's twist the chest open a little bit to the left side. Yeah, nice. And then return to center, straighten the right leg, let's soften the left. We'll lean a little weight into the right leg, and then try twisting the chest open a little bit to the right. Yep, just feeling our way in. And then the head comes down, let's release our arms and soften both knees. We'll come up like a rag doll this time. So you kind of let your arms and your head hang, you pull in the belly, you squeeze the back of your legs, and you support yourself completely and slowly on the way up. That's it. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the in-breath. Let's go to plank pose. Hold steady in plank and roll onto your right side. We call it Vashisthasana. We stack our feet we reach up with the left arm to the sky. Now, if you can, find the strength in the middle of your body and lift it a little higher. Yeah, because you can. And then the eyes come down, the hand comes down, and we'll lower ourselves down. Inhale for cobra pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take one deep breath in and then come forward into plank. And we'll roll it onto the other side. Left arm down, right arm up to the sky. And again, like looking for the strength in the core. The hips rise, the ribs rise. Push down to rise up. I know the center of the body can come up right there. It comes from inside the pelvic floor. There's a musculature that is our source. Keep holding that part of you up as you place your right hand back down. There's the grace. Lower slowly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward dog, please. All right. When you're ready, right foot steps up to the hands. Let's stay on the left toes for high crescent lunge. Arms can reach high to the sky. Take your time getting there. Find your balance. I want you to make sure you feel all 5 toes on the left foot working. Push them into the mat and straighten that leg. And then open your arms out like a T. Holding the head and chest up so you're nice and tall in your posture. Let's twist to the right side for water wheel. It's not our favorite twist. It feels like you don't have anywhere to go. It's not like one of those really free twisting deeply. And it's because the hips stay square here. So I'm going to encourage you to take it a little bit bigger. Let's drop the right arm down and touch the left leg behind us. And then bring the left bicep to the ear and add a little bit of extension in the side body as you twist open to the right. That's it. Keep feeling the work from your left toes all the way to your left fingers and keep turning the chest, turning the upper body. You've got this. Belly button in for support. Get a little more twist from your waistline. And then slowly face forward, bring both arms back up to the sky. Nicely done. Place your hands on the mat. Let's step back to plank and lower. Yep, lower it down. Inhale for cobra, gently, little baby back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. And so you know whatever we do on one side, we do on the other, unless I forget, right? Left foot steps up, stay on the right toes for high crescent lunge. And even though we know what's coming, we still take our time and we do our work with presence and we pay attention. So we start with that activation on the right foot. Use all 5 toes, like push them into the floor so that back leg becomes super strong. The arms reach up. If you want to go deeper, you can bend the left knee. And then the arms will begin to open. Open them like a T and we'll start working that twist nice and slow. We turn to the left. Head up, chest up, maybe reaching even more with the left arm. That's it. Everyone looks good there. Let's see if we can exalt it. Left arm reaches behind you. See if you can touch your right leg. Right bicep goes to the ear and then just explore. This could be really beautiful. There's a little side extension like we did standing. There's a little twist and a little back bend. So really warming into the spine. Grounding the feet. That looks good. Chest turns, belly in. Give me one more breath. And then we look forward, face forward, both arms rise. Nice. Hands down. Let's touch the mat. Step back lightly and lower. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Nicely done, everyone. Let's take a nice deep breath. Let out a little sound on your exhale. Whew, a clearing breath. And then right foot steps up, left foot turns flat, this time for warrior 1. A little bit different. When that back foot is flat, the pull on the front of your left hip is going to be a little bit more intense. So ground the back heel, ground the back pinky toe, and then really turn the chest plate forward. That's it. Go ahead and open your arms like a T. Take a twist to the right. It's going to feel a little different. Exalt your arms. Right arm down, left bicep to the ear. Do you feel that slight difference there? A little more steady, right? Feet are stable, so the foundation may be greater, but the access not so much. So play with that. Sometimes it's the nuances of the practice. It's not the big gross outer pose. It is not the outer form that matters. It's really knowing and understanding the nuances that are changing inside of you and your attitude about them. Give me one more breath. Do the best that you can with this. And then turn forward. Reach your arms up. Let's stay nice and tall, but take the arms behind our backs. We'll clasp them together like we did earlier, and then humble warrior. We fold. Bow the head. Squeeze the upper back and draw the arms a little bit away from you toward the sky. Good. Opportunity to check in here. Right hip back, left hip forward. Let's do that. Just a little more. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then imagine there was a little vise on your outer hips and they were squeezing in to create that stability. Think about the tailbone drawing down and then slowly rise up. Head up, chest up. Honor yourself. Exalt the arms, reach high. And then exhale, let's flow. Arms down. Step back lightly, lower slowly. Breathing into the back bend and exhaling everything you've got into the downward facing dog. That's it. You've got this. So we'll explore the other side with an element of curiosity. Left foot stepping forward. Right foot flat, warrior one. So just notice the nuances. There's something a little bit different about this. Having the foot flat for some of us is like, yay, I don't have to worry about my balance. Some of you are like, oh no, now my hip flexor and my lower back are tight. Right? So just feel what's happening in your own body. Let's see if we can play with that. Open the arms. Take your twist to the left side. You may not go as far. Exalt the arms to whatever degree. Maybe you just wrap the left arm behind your back. You don't have to reach for your leg. Maybe it just reaches into your lower back with the forearm. And play. Some of you look very serious. Is there anything enjoyable about that? That should show, right? If it feels good and you feel good, like there could be a little joy on your face. Let's bend the front knee a little. Make the right side body a little longer and just feel that. Push the pinky toe, reach with the pinky finger. You look amazing here. As you return to center, let's reach both arms up, take a breath, and then stay where you are, but take the arms behind you. Put the other index finger in front so it's the weird way, and then go ahead and take your humble warrior, fold. We bow our heads humbly. You can look at the back foot, check your form. I always enjoy checking in with my hips here. Think about it. Left hip back, that was good, Kristen. Right, left hip back, right hip forward, and front knee bending. The lower you go, the more access you're going to have. So don't be afraid to bend your front knee and make those hips a little more square. And then squeeze in a little bit on the hips. Draw the tailbone down, and we'll rise slowly. Head up, chest up. We rise back up into our full form of warrior one. Take a breath, and then release it. Take a flow. You can go right to down dog, or you can take that full vinyasa, lowering down, inhaling through the back bend, and then exhaling into your down dog. At any time in the practice, you can skip anything. You are here on your own free will. You can add on, you can take away, you can rest when needed. There's nothing more important to me than you honoring yourself. All right, take one more breath. And then we'll find that high crescent again. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. This is just a transitional moment. Rise up facing forward, and then please turn to the left side for warrior two, which means that left heel turns down and flat. We open our bodies out to the left side, face the long edge of your mat. Yeah, and open wide. Take a moment here. See if you can find the balance of your work. Both feet have a job to do, both legs have something to do, but they're all different. Even the arms, even though they're both out, they're reaching in opposite directions. Can you feel if one side of the body's working more than the other? We have a tendency in this pose to overwork the front leg, so put some energy into the left one. Yes. Now we're going to exalt here. Reverse the warrior. Left arm down, right arm up. Now, I believe that we could bend our right knees a little bit deeper, and as we sink down, let's lift the pelvic floor so we get a little extra support. Nice. Keep reaching up with the right arm. Now float the left arm out parallel to the ground. Bring it out behind you. Yep, straight out behind you. I know you never know which way I want you to go. Tip the ears back so you're looking up at your thumb. See if you can feel your spine grow a little bit taller. Yes, that looks really good. Hold everything that you created, but return back to your regular arm position. Beautiful. Right leg straightens for Trikonasana, triangle pose. The heat's going to start to build. As we get into the larger muscles of the body, the circulation and the heart rate increases. So just focus on that breath. Stay steady and rhythmic. Yes, as you reach that right hand down, left arm up, let's see if we can align. Tailbone down and head back just slightly. That's it. Keep grounding into the feet so you can express and extend even bigger into the space around you. Let's turn the left palm forward and reach the bicep over the ear. So one more time, we're touching that side body. Can you give a little press through the pinky toe of your left foot? And then reach a little more. So from the hip, we energize down. From the hip, we can also energize and reach up. Feel that side body open long. Good. Arm comes back up. Slowly rise back to warrior two. Front knee bends. Nice work. Let's take the forearm onto the thigh. Yep, right forearm, right thigh. Try not to lean too heavy. Instead, push the forearm down so the chest rises. I like that. Draw the head back a little bit. And don't be afraid to put the elbow right on top of the middle of your thigh. Yep, we're going to leave it there for just a second. Then take your left arm, wrap it behind your back. Let's see if we can almost bind there. Tuck the fingers into the waistline. Not that full bind. Just the top hand, half bind. Fingers wrap into the waist. Now, what if you took the weight off of your right elbow? Could you hold yourself up? Yes. Reach out in front of your own chest now. So the hand reaches in front of your chest instead of under your ear, adding a little bit of a twist. You got it. Pull right out from the obliques underneath. There it is. Head back a little. Feet so strong. Pelvic floor support. Give me one more breath. Lightly put the elbow back. Release the half bind and come on up. Woo. Let's straighten that front knee. Turn the right toes in so you face the long edge of the mat. Take the right arm up and the left arm down. And then we're going to bend our elbows and make a clasp behind our back. There you go. So a lot of us can't make the clasp. There's no big deal there. Just grab your clothing or press your hands into your body so you feel some form of connection in the back body, which will help you open the elbows more. Open the elbows back. Open the armpit. And release some of the tension in that left shoulder, down and back. Now, with a flat spine, let's fold halfway. As you fold, gravity makes those arms heavy. So right here in this half forward fold, lift the elbows away from the ground. Feel the work in your upper back. Yeah, I like what I see. You gotta keep the legs straight. Yeah, strong. Strong moment here. Look a little forward. Lift those elbows just a touch more. Keep the length and then fold all the way in. Yes. Everything changes with gravity, right? So now that you're facing down, the arms and shoulders feel a little different. Let's give it just 2 more breaths. And then we'll rise back up, only halfway. Lift the elbows, lengthen the spine, look forward. Empty all of your air, please. And then on your next inhale, we rise up the rest of the way. Good. Now make a sound as you release your arms. Yeah, let that be honest. Ooh, place your hands on your hips. Turn both feet to face the front edge of your mat. Soften the right knee and step your feet together. Do it with some grace. Yep. Arms up, inhale. Take your time through this vinyasa. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on your inhale, and then go to plank. Yeah, the shoulders might feel tender, so don't rush through your normal pattern. Feel. Lower slowly. Inhale, cobra pose. And then exhale, down dog. As promised, we will do the same on the other side. Left foot steps, stay on the right toes. We rise for the high crescent. Take your time with that, chest plate forward, and then the whole thing turns open to the right. Ground the back heel. Warrior two. Take a moment, check into your body. Are you using everything equally? Has everything stepped up into the roll? There may be some lift in the pelvic floor. I love to even feel a little lift under the armpits, right? There's just this buoyancy that happens as energy starts to move upward. We have domes and arches all throughout the body, the arches of the feet, the pelvic floor, the diaphragm, the armpits, the palms of your hands, right? The roof of your mouth, the crown of the head. See if you can feel them all lift. Nice work. Reverse your warrior. We don't want to lose all of that space. That's it. As you reach up and look up, don't be afraid to bend your left knee and try to encourage that left knee to open a little wider. Continue to work that lift in the arches of the feet and the pelvic floor. And then float the right arm out, parallel to the ground. Just straight out behind you is nice. As we pull back, we open the side waist even more. If it feels like your right hip might be sticking out a little bit, see if you can center those hips into the crease of your left hip. We don't want to sit in the crease of the left hip. Good. Return to warrior two. Straighten your leg. There we go. Triangle pose. Trikonasana. So the triangles look so good today. There's almost no cueing to be done. So there is this little moment here of exploration for you. Straight arms, straight legs, straight spine. Look to see if there's any collapse in the body. Sometimes we think we're gaining something, but in the process we're losing something. Your job is to find the space where everything is equal. Take the bicep over the ear, expanding through the right side body. Tailbone slightly down, root the right foot, reach through the right fingers. Yep, get that length. And then the arm comes up and we return to warrior two. Nicely done. Left forearm, left thigh. Let it rest there for a moment as you reach up high to the sky. And then we'll wrap that right arm behind the back. Yep. Back of the hand can press into your lower back. You can even maybe squeeze the fingers into the waistline. The idea is that we're keeping that right chest open. We're pushing into the feet, drawing the tailbone down and lengthening the spine. That's it. Now, we're going to take a little weight off the left arm and this time go straight out in front of your chest. I like what I see here. Turning from the waist, use the strength of your obliques on the left side. Pull that rib cage through. Turn the chest open to the sky. Use that hand behind you, press it into the back and pull the shoulder blade back. And then release, elbow back onto your leg, arms straight up. Return to your warrior two and release. Yes. We're going to straighten the left leg. Turn the toes in. Left arm up, right arm down. Bend your elbows and create your clasp. You can use a shirt, you can use a strap from your mat, a towel that you might have brought. You can use anything you want. The clasp means clasping anything. It doesn't mean clasping your hands together unless that's available. Now we're going to come to that halfway fold because it's going to encourage your core support. So we're going to fold halfway, but we got to pull that belly button in, and we got to notice gravity's effect. It makes the arms heavy. Lift the elbows higher. That lift comes from the upper back, so we're really trying to tone that area today. Keep the gaze forward. Yeah, and as you look forward and you lengthen your spine, you lift the elbows even more. Even when the elbows and the shoulders feel tight, we can still create space. Yeah, look more forward. There you go. It's nice to see you. Keep your weight even in your feet. Keep the spine straight. And then go ahead and fold in. Your heels can be a little wider than your toes here. It might give you a little bit more stability. Just notice how everything changes. You might be able to clasp in a little bit tighter now that you're in the forward fold. So if you're using a towel, maybe you inch a little closer on the towel. Make sure you're breathing. I noticed that once you came into the fold, a lot of you just let your shoulders just go. So on the way up, we have to reestablish, right? Let's go halfway. Lengthen the spine, lift the elbows. Empty out all of your air, and then we'll rise slowly all the way up. As you let go of your hands, make a sound. Yep. Release slowly. Place your hands onto your hips, and then please turn, face forward. Just pivot your feet. Left knee will soften, and you'll step your feet together with a little grace. Arms up, inhale, here we go. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen on the in-breath. Good, let's go to plank and lower. Move through that vinyasa. You're moving beautifully. Okay. Right foot's gonna step up to the hands. Let's keep our hands on the floor. Put them both on the inside of the right foot, and then continue to walk them down the long edge of the mat, turning both feet to the left side. Yep, stay in that forward fold. Just walk it down. Nicely done. Fingertips on the floor, please. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And then bend your right knee, feeling into the stretch of the left inner thigh. Let's keep the head and chest up. So not quite Skandasana yet, but that is where we're going. Just feeling in. Go ahead and switch over to the other side. A little bend in the left knee so the inner thigh stretches. Good, I really like what I see here. Come back to center. Lift your hands to heart center. Good, belly button in, chest out. See if you can bend that right knee a little bit. Stretch the left inner thigh. A little bit of strength, not just flexibility. Belly in, chest out, hold. And then with no hands, just switch to the other side. Straighten one, bend into the other. Yeah, you got it. A little bit of integration work today, core work today. Good, find your way back to center. Release your hands. Now we're gonna bend into the right knee. Go all the way to the right. Walk your hands to the right and turn your left toes up to the sky. Nice deep squat there on the right side. Left toes turning up. You can bring your hands in prayer here. Some of you need to hold on to the ground. So if you need to hold on to the ground, just stay with it. Some of you can do it with a flat right foot. Some of you need to be on the toes of the right foot. The compression is too much. Just see if you can find your balance. Lift your head and chest. Not so bad. There is a bind available if you want it. Right arm stays on the inside of the right knee and it wraps around the outside of the shin to the back. And then the left arm circles all the way around. That's absurd for some of you, but it's definitely possible for others, so I'm just putting it out there. Take one more breath.
At the lotus feet of Lakshmi.
And then release your hands down. Slowly return to center. Wipe away all of those negative thoughts. Take a deep breath. Make a sound on the exhale. Clear it. So you can come into the other side with an open mind and an open heart. Walk your hands to the left, bend into the left knee. Right toes turn up toward the sky. Hands can stay on the ground. They can come into prayer. They can even bind. It's totally up to you. None of them are right or wrong. None are better or worse. They just are. Right? Pay attention to those little nuances. Lift your pelvic floor. Use both of your feet. Keep the spine long and the breath flowing. That's it. You guys look much better on side 2. Attitudes are better about it. Yeah. And then we'll release the bind, put the hands down, and just slowly find your way back to the center. Not so bad. Okay. Hands onto the hips. Empty your lungs. Rise slowly on an inhale. Turn both feet out this time, and then bend both knees, goddess pose. So the knees bend, the toes turn out, and the arms go out to the side. Yep. I don't think that's anybody's happy place. So for now, can we find something about it? Can we find something to pay attention to that could be quite interesting? Wow, maybe I could use my feet equally here, and as I draw my tailbone down, maybe my knees will open a little more. Bend your elbows, fingertips toward the sky, and then bring the elbows forward and the hands back so you rotate the upper arm a little bit. Yes, I like that. Can you lift your right heel? Yes, you can. Can you put it down? Can you lift your left heel? Yes, you can. Good, put it down. Now let's lift both. Because you can. Spread your fingers like a crazy person, right? That's Kali Ma. This is the goddess pose. Fierceness. The mother goddess. Put the heels down. Hands on your hips. Slowly straighten your knees. Let's turn our toes in and take a forward fold. Happiness is when that's over. Let's walk our hands to the front of the mat. It will look like a lunge when you turn your feet, and then just simply pull that right leg to the back. Step to the back of the mat. Lower down, nice and slow. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, how are we feeling? Are you okay? Yeah? All right, keep the feet at hip distance apart and walk your hands to the back of the mat. Feet are a little bit, maybe even go wider. Go to the edges of the mat. Give yourself a little room. I'd like you to bend your knees about 90 degrees. That's it. Bend the knees nice and deep. And then tuck your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Right shoulder inside right knee. Now that right arm is going to come up near the hamstring and wrap it up onto the outer right hip. So bring that arm under the leg, but then up onto your hip. And then bring your left arm up and around the other side and see if you can make a bind. That's it. Now we're going to simply twist open to the left. That's it. Now, if you want, you can straighten both legs. Not bad at all. See if you can get that left chest to open just a little. And then turn your gaze down. Don't give up. Let's lift up our right heel and hop that right foot more into the midline. And with that bound arms around the right leg, let's see if we can come up to standing for bird of paradise. Yep, look at us popping up all over. Ground into the left foot. The right one is bound, so it should come up with you, right? It should come up with you. And then once you're up there, you hold the bind. Maybe you can straighten the right leg out. Lift the chest, lift the head. Yeah, it can look any way. Just see what you got. Soften the right knee, soften the left knee, and put the foot back down. Release your bind and recover. So you saw it, right? Now that you've seen it and you've tried a little bit, some of you gave up really quick. Let's see if we can take it on the other side. We have the visual, we kind of listen for the cues. Instead of bailing, take it to the place where you feel like you want to bail and just hold, right? Back off just a little so you can sustain. Knees soften. Feet are about hip distance or wider to the edges of the mat. And then left shoulder goes under the left knee. Wrap the left arm under the leg and up onto your left hip. Right arm circles around the other side. See if you can make something that feels like a bind. Yep. And then we're just twisting to the right. That's it. It doesn't have to bind all the way. You could do a half bind. You could keep your left hand on the floor and just wrap your right arm behind your back. Yeah, the bottom hand. No, it goes from the inside and then up and around there. Yep. See, you could teach yoga. That's it. After you have fun with that twist, take the gaze back down. Lift up your left heel. Bring that foot in a little more towards center. And then push down into the right foot and see if you can come up. Keep the bind on the leg. Yep, set the gaze. You've got it. Maybe the leg straightens, maybe not. This is just as good, right? We got that behind, so the leg stays in. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Just set your gaze and hold your balance. And then both knees are bent, so we can kind of lower slowly. Place the left foot down, release your bind, and recover. Now, remember that rag doll roll up. It's a reintegration. It's an organization. Muscles organizing bones so we can get rid of those spaces you're making. Yep, inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Take care of yourself. Inhale, look forward. Walk it out into plank. Neutralize your body. Stay for a moment. Squeeze your hands in. Stretch the mat with your toes. Pull the belly to the spine and draw the tailbone down. Hold all that integration as you lower slowly onto your belly. Inhale for cobra. And then back into downward facing dog. All right. Take one more breath. And then we're going to return to where we started, to a simple cross-leg position. That's it. Find your way to seated. Happiness is full circle, right? Close your eyes. Put your hands on your knees and start to make those circles. You know, there are little parts in you that might feel a little tender from the practice. This is your moment to take care of them, right? To make sure everything is moving naturally. Nothing feels pinched. Yep. You can do that a little more fluidly, a little bit more organically, so it doesn't have to circle, it can swirl. We call that a dancing lion. We dance like nobody's watching. Yep. Wiggle the shoulders. Articulate the spine and the hips. And then settle into the center for a moment of stillness. And again, I just welcome you to your body. As we slow down the movement, we can put our attention on the breath. Feel your tailbone root into the mat and feel the crown of your head rise up high into the sky. A little bit of support from the pelvic floor, and then it's sustainable. Try not to overdo any of the actions, but don't allow yourself to underdo them either. Again, that is what yoga teaches us. To show up fully, wholly, and sustainably. is your breath. It serves your mind, your body, and your spirit. Take one more breath. Let out a little sound with the exhalation. And then feel free to blink your eyes open and unfold your legs. We'll take the feet out in front of us. You can bend your knees so your feet are flat. And then start by grabbing lightly at the back of the knees and lean back into boat pose. So we lift the feet off the ground or not. The main thing that's important is that we keep the spine straight and tall. So if lifting your legs made you round your back, then I'd say put the feet down and really elongate the spine. That's it. So head up, chest up. Now interlace your fingers except for the index fingers. Find that midline in the body. Start to touch the toes, ankles, and knees together so your legs feel almost like they're one. And then we're going to twist a little bit to the right. There you go. Keep squeezing the knees, the ankles, the legs together. Don't allow this to make you hold your breath, though. I see some of you are not breathing. Let's move through the center and over to the other side. You need the breath, especially in these longer holds with the larger muscles. We need oxygenation, so just keep pumping loads of oxygen. It'll keep you calm. It'll give you more energy. And then we find center. We're going to start straightening the legs, and we're going to lay down to a half boat or canoe pose where the sacrum goes flat on the mat. The shoulder blades are up. The legs are lifted off the mat. That's it. Just hold there with 2 more breaths. That's it. You've got this. Everything's starting to shake. That feeling of shaky and ugly is so perfect right there. Just embrace it. Don't run away from it. It's called your vulnerability. And then let it go. Lay down. Yes. Yeah. Something special happens when we reach the threshold. Let's soften for just a moment. And we'll start our finishing sequence. Right knee into the belly. Go ahead and pull the right knee in. Keep the left leg long. A little push and a little pull. If it feels good, press your lower back down. And then we'll switch to the other side. That's it. A little push, a little pull. A rebalancing. Then both knees come in at the same time. Grab a hold, squeeze them in, and you decide. Do you like them better a little wider? Do you like them a little narrower? Do you want to squeeze really tight, or do you want to kind of hold your knees but push your legs away from you? There's lots of ways to reintegrate and rebalance the lower spine. If you're feeling like you want a happy baby, feel free to grab that just for a couple of breaths. The hips are kind of open today, so it might feel nice. Yeah, I like how it's yogi's choice moment, and you can really feel into your own body and decide what you need. So if you are in happy baby, let's come back to knees in. And then let both legs go over to the right. A soft and gentle spinal twist to the right side as you open your arms out like a T. Breathe. Draw your attention to your spine and see if you can soften deep on the inside. No more squeezing or integration, just a welcoming of deep relaxation.
Oh God, you are my mother, my father, my brother, my friend.
All right, let's bring it to
You
the
are my
center
knowledge and my only wealth.
and roll it gently over to the other side. Take your time with that. We neutralize and then rotate to the other side. A little bit of grace and a welcoming of that deep relaxation.
You are my mother, my father, my brother, and my friend. You are my knowledge and my only wealth. You are everything to me. You God, my all.
So much of our practice is designed to create and establish. And it feels really nice to undo some of that and let go. And we come back to a space where we can meet ourselves exactly where we are. So gently roll to center. Let's put our feet down for a moment. Let the knees drop open. Take the arms all the way up over your head. Relax your shoulders. They worked hard for you today. Relax your hips. And then bring your arms down and wrap them across the chest as if you were giving yourself a big hug. Lift the knees to center and open your feet out to the width of the mat. For a moment, let your knees drop in toward the midline. So feet wide and knees in just for a moment. Arms wrap around the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. That's it. And then when you're ready, release your arms down by your sides with your palms facing up. Let each leg slide straight out into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Start to breathe a little deeper. Let's breathe like it's good to be alive. And in this moment, we celebrate life, how precious each and every moment is. What is it that we will do with this one precious life? I guess we're off to a good start. We're doing yoga. So take your time as you awaken, start to come into your body, stretch and move in a way that suits you. And eventually we come to seated. We'll sit together in community. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. Was that a sneeze? Bless you. So hands at heart center. And our closing, as always, the sacred sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all. May we all know peace. May we all breathe like it's good to be alive. May we capture the preciousness of our moments and not let them pass away, fleeting. May we remember to tell the people we love that we love them. May we reach out when people are suffering. May we use our yoga for good. Let it cultivate a sense of vulnerability and sensitivity in you so that you can live your life more fully and more connected, not only to yourself, but to the people around you. That is why we're here. So thank you for being willing to come into your humanity. Thank you for continuing to show up on the mat. Thank you for trusting me to share this amazing sacred practice. Namaste. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you. I got a whistle. Oh, so as always, I always have things to share. Come on up and sign the sheets. Come up and get hugs. I have passes for my studio. If you have not been to Yoga Journey yet, I would love to have you come as my guest. I always have some passes here to invite you to come in and see what we're doing all week long. It's not just here in the park. This afternoon, we have an incredible workshop. I talk a lot about Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, and Dr. Shivani Gupta is here today in the park with us. There she is over on the side. And she has been dedicated in the last year to really help bring the science of Ayurveda to our community. So today we're hosting, is it at 12 o'clock? 12:30? 1:30. Okay, so 1:30 at the studio. Discover your dosha. And that's the first step in, is to actually understand your own constitution, right? To understand, like, what is your natural state of being? And then we can eat according to that. We can have our circadian rhythm and our sleep according to that. You know, some of us need to add spicy foods in. Some of us need to avoid that. Some of us need more moisture. Some of us need to dry out. Like, it depends on really what your nature is. And sometimes we're doing what goes exactly against our nature. So we end up wanting more of what we already have instead of bringing in the opposites for balance. So there's this whole beautiful science beyond the mat, the movement, and the breathing that is also happening. So if you're interested in that at all, today at 12:30 at the studio, come get a pass so you can get the information. It has the website on it, and you can find the address and everything on the passes as well. So go discover a little bit deeper into your yoga this afternoon. I have announced my next retreat. It's been out for less than a week. We're going to Alaska in August. We fly out on August 3rd. We will land in Vancouver, stay the night in Vancouver so we can get on this beautiful little luxury ship. It's a small, small ship. Every room on the boat is a suite. Every suite has a butler. They're only outside cabins. It should be a really beautiful, intimate, luxurious way to see Alaska before it melts away. The prices are really reasonable. For its door-to-door service, I will have you picked up at your home, taken to the airport of your local area, flown to Vancouver. We stay the night. We get on the ship. We do 7 days. I have excursions for all of us in every port, and then you fly home. So come and explore the last frontier with me in August. The 3rd we fly out. We'll be home on the 11th. Mwah. I love you too. So yeah, travel. Travel makes me happy. You can come be with me at my happiest when I am on airplanes and in foreign lands. You just got back from a trip, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's magic there too.